Hey guys, 681 Shadow. Welcome to week 1 of UPC Season 5. I didn't want to do a draft analysis just because I had a lot of content coming out. Same thing for EBT, which will be going up tomorrow from when this video is going up. So, no draft analysis for those, but my draft will be showing up on the screen right now, and I'm just going to read it off here. So we have for our draft, we have Mega Kangaskhan, Latias, Chansey, Primarina, Doublade, Talonflame, Virizion, Raikou, and Honchkrow. We are in a point-based draft here, so we did pick up a team of, I believe that's 9, 2, 4, 6, 8, yeah, 9. Okay, so definitely a very interesting team. Really cool that we got Mega Kangaskhan because we were, in fact, first pick. So we also did have the wheel, which is pretty nice. And our Z-Mon for the draft is Talonflame. So Talonflame is definitely a very solid Mon that a lot of people sleep on, especially because of the nerf that it received for Generation 7. But we're going to prove that Talonflame is a really solid Mon here. And our first match of the season, we are taking on our boy Falcon, coach of the Kentucky Fried Torchics. And his team is Landorus Therian, Toxapex, Blissey, Arcanine, Dragology, Ninetales, Mega Sableye, Sandslash, Meganium, Electrode, and Hariyama. And his Z-Mon is Lando T. So definitely, I was really happy to not see a Lando T on my screen when the battle started, but he did bring the Electrode, and looking at my team, Electrode actually has a godly matchup against me. So I'm actually very scared for that thing. So I'm hoping that we can take it out at some point in the match. So, for my team here, I apologize if I may be forgetting some stuff. We played this match pretty early, just due to the fact that Falcon was going on vacation, because it is in summer right now, so he was going on vacation. So we did play this match a bit early. So I do apologize if I have a bit of lack of knowledge on some of the plays and prep and things like that. But then the coming weeks should be more informed when it comes to that kind of stuff. So, first up we have the Mega Kangaskhan. It's a pretty standard Mega Kangaskhan. Also, we are banned from running Seismic Toss, so we can't run that. So we're just running a pretty standard offensive Mega Kangaskhan without Seismic Toss. So that can definitely do a lot to his team. Blissey takes a lot. The Arcanine is going to be troublesome with Intimidate. Well, Ninetales will probably take a lot, and that's really it on that. But next up we have the Latias here, and we are running a defensive Latias for can deal with the defensive variant. Can deal with the Hariyama. It can deal with Arcanine wants to go physical, and I believe we can take a hit from Alolan Ninetales as well with our HP investment. So then next up we have Talonflame here, and we actually made a little bit of an item error this week. I wanted to run Flying EMZ, but I accidentally put a Flying Gem on it. So I'm actually not sure how I did that, but we do have a Flying Gem Talonflame here. Pretty standard though. Flare Blitz, Brave Bird, then Flare Blitz, Brave Bird. I believe we had Roost and Taunt. So then next up we have our Primarina here, and Primarina is I believe we're running either Specs or Scarf. I'm forgetting at the moment here, or we might be Wise Glasses, but we're running just coverage moves. We have Scald for things like the Arcanine. We have Ice Beam. We have HP Steel for the Alolan Ninetales, and I think we have something else here. But the thing about Primarina is that his switch into Primarina here is 100% of the time Blissey, because Blissey can just tank those hits very easily. So then next up we have the Doublade, and I believe this week, I know we're actually running a Dual Dance set. We're running Autonomous Swords Dance with Sacred Sword and Iron Head. So I feel like that can put in some work at some point in this match. And then lastly, we have the Virizion, and I'm actually forgetting what set I'm running on Virizion. I do apologize about that, since once again it has been a while since we played this match. We played this match like a week and a half ago, so it has been some time. So with that, we are going to begin the battle. Let me just put this on normal speed. So here, I'm going to lead off with Talonflame. He's going to lead off with Arcanine here. So here, I'm going to switch out because Arcanine can get Wild Charge. So go to the Latias here. He goes for the Wild Charge. It does nothing. Doesn't do much to us at all. And we get some nice leftovers recovery here. So he's going to switch out into his Sableye here on me as I go for the Ice Beam. I do have some coverage there. So now I'm going to switch out here because fearing the Dark type move, go into Primarina as he switches and goes into Chansey. Nice prediction on his part right there. But now I'm going to switch out, go into Doublade as Blissey's just going to click a Wish. And switch out, go into the Sableye as right here I go for the Autonomize. Now we have the +2 speed. Sableye is healed up now. So here I go for the Iron Head because I didn't want to risk the attack boost just because of I don't want to risk the attack boost because of foul play. So I just keep clicking Iron Head here. I lose my Eviolite, so this thing's pretty much useless. So basically I'm just hoping for flinches at this point. But I'm going to switch out Doublade, try to preserve it for later maybe. So now he goes for the Recover. And now I double out into Kangaskhan, predicting the Blissey switch, and I do get the read, which is very nice for us here. So now he's going to switch out Blissey, go into the Sableye as I Mega Evolve, and I go for the Earthquake, predicting the Sableye switch in. And that does a bit less than a fourth of his health. I mean, a bit more than a fourth of his health. So he goes for the Snarl there, lowering my special attack. Now I'm going to switch out once again, go into Talonflame, predicting the Blissey switch as he's going to go into Blissey again. He's playing very obviously with the Blissey here, so I can use that to my advantage. So he's going to go into this thing as I Swords Dance, and now I'm going to switch out and go into my Latias here. Goes for a Wild Charge. Wild Charge still not doing anything to me. And we're going to get Leftovers Recovery as he's going to switch out, go into his Alolan Ninetales as I click the Ice Beam. Doesn't do really anything. So now I'm going to switch my Latias out, try to preserve it, switch into Doublade as he's going to click Blizzard, and Blizzard gets a crit there, doing 56%. It mattered in the sense that I couldn't force a switch now, but at the same time I don't remember the exact calc, but I feel like he might have been able to 2-comb me there. But I'm going to switch into Primarina as he goes into the Blissey, and I just HP Steel here. He's still playing very obviously with his Blissey. So maybe at some point I could try to abuse this. But I go into Verizon here as he goes for the S-Toss. And now, I believe he switches here. Yeah, he's going to switch here, go into his Mega Sableye, and I'm going to click the Swords Dance. And now I'm going to get a Leaf Blade off, and that does a lot to him. I get Life Orb Recoil, he's going to Will-O-Wisp me. But I'm just able to take him out with another hit now, which is really nice for us. But he's going to switch out here, go into his Arcanine as I go for the Stone Edge, and I get a crit, which is unfortunate, but that's good for me as it put quite a lot of damage on the Arcanine. So he's going to switch out now, go into the Hariyama as I go for a close combat, doing more than half to this thing. So I'm just putting dents in his team with his burned Verizon here. And he's going to fake out just to knock me out here. So we are sitting at 4-6 right now, but we are putting dents in the team. So we switch into Primarina, make a double into Talonflame, predicting him to switch into the Blissey here. So we can get a free Swords Dance off at the very least. So we get one Swords Dance off there as he's going to click Wish, probably go into his Arcanine. And here I'm going to Swords Dance again because I saw the switch coming. And I can kill him with a Flying Gem Brave Bird. Now, what's important there? I'm gonna pause right there as he switched into the Electrode. If I was flying the MZ at that point, I believe I wouldn't. I would have taken less damage there. Talonflame would have been more healthy for the duration of this match. So that was the significance of me not bringing Flying MZ. If I was Flying MZ, I would have more HP because I would not have taken all that recoil damage from completely destroying him with that. So now he's just gonna be able to kill me there. I would have preserved if I was more HP because I did have the Latias pretty high. So he's gonna go into the Ninetales. I'm gonna go into Kangaskhan here, as he's going to switch out and go into the Mega Sableye to sack it off. Yeah, that thing isn't really needed anymore. So he's going to now go into his Hariyama here. And I'm going to switch out, go into Latias, as he is going to click Fake Out. Fake Out doesn't do too much to me. And I believe it's just Ice Beam right here. Or Psychic, actually. Yeah, I think I Psychic right here as he switches into the Blissey. Oh, no, I Psy Shock right here. I run Psy Shock for the Blissey. It does a lot to the Blissey there. And we are no special attack investment here, so that is definitely a lot to that Blissey. He's going to switch into the Hariyama. And I just click Psy Shock again. I'm knocking out the Hariyama here. Now we're 3-3 right now. Battle's tied. He's going to switch into his Ninetales. And he's going to click Blizzard. I did the calc so that I could live this. And I click Psy Shock. I get a crit, which does a lot of damage to this thing. But now I'm going to, I believe I switch right now. I switch into the Primarina as he goes for a Blizzard. Blizzard only does 20 health to me. And here he's going to switch into the Blissey as I go for a Moonblast right there and lower special attack. And now I'm going to go for another Moonblast right here. And this is important right here that he lives on 1. I actually got pretty close to a max roll, so unless like the exact numbers were low enough, then I would not have been able to kill this Blissey. But if the numbers were low enough and the Blissey died, then I had a higher health Primarina to deal with his team. Even though Primarina was probably just going to be a sack in the end, just because of Electrode and then the possible freeze dry Primarina. But he's going to get a Seismic Toss up on me here, so then Blissey's just going to die to the Hail. We're at 15% here. He's going to go into Electrode, so I'm going to just sack off Primarina here. No reason not to. And now I'm going to go into my my Latias right here. He's going to Signal Beam, knock me out. I probably could have preserved the Latias, but at the same time he has the Blizzard there, and I may have lost by more. Or by the same amount, really. So I'm gonna go Fake Out. I get a crit on the second hit, which is kind of funny, but it doesn't do that much. And he's gonna Thunderbolt me. Doesn't do that much to Kang. I get the return off, and Aftermath is gonna hit me, and then we are going to lose 1-0 to this Ninetales Alola, which he does reveal to me that he is Scarf. So this is definitely a really close match between me and a good friend. It's the first time we played, so it was really nice. But definitely go make sure to check him out. I'm not 100% sure if he has a channel that he uploads to, but if he does, that will be in the description down below. But anyways, that's going to be it for this UPC match. Next week, we are taking on the Commissioner, Phantom Base, coach of the New York Cosmogs. So hopefully we can pick up our first W there. So thank you all for watching. Remember to rate, comment, subscribe, and share. And with that, I will see you all next time.